Hey everyone, my name is Morgan, and welcome to today's video. So we had the Mythic Outlander Ragnarok released to the event store yesterday. He is a new subclass called the Dark Viking, and he is available for purchase for 3,200 gold. I'm going to be going over his abilities, his perks, and then my overall thoughts on the hero, and to be totally honest, as it currently stands, it is not that great. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. So for abilities, he has Shock Tower, Anti-Material Charge, and a new ability for Outlanders called Seismic Impact. For perks, he has Fault Line. This reduces the cooldown of Seismic Impact by 6 seconds. Sustained Impact reduces the stamina cost of Seismic Impact by 15. The Long Arm of the Law perk increases travel distance of Anti-Material Charge by 1.5 tiles. Fist of the South Moon reduces Anti-Material Charge's cooldown by 5 seconds. The Charge Fist perk allows Anti-Material Charge to be charged up for up to 150% bonus damage. Return to Sender, Seismic Impact returns to its original position, and Iron Knuckles increases the damage of Anti-Material Charge by another 150%. So, what are my overall thoughts on the hero? Ragnarok caters to a very particular playstyle, but ultimately falls flat due to no additional perks to protect against playing in that style. He is entirely focused on his melee abilities with some short cooldowns, which most of his perks buff in some form, but he is granted no additional survivability perks to make it viable in late game missions. He has Shock Tower, but no perks to buff it, so you're left with a basic Shock Tower doing minimal damage and minimal chains. Anti-Material Charge, while doing additional damage, is only useful for one-hitting the small basic husk or farming if you choose to do that. It can stagger the bigger husk, but the cooldowns are still high to the point where you can't keep these constantly moving and keep the husk staggered. I personally think that a perk similar to Striker AC would have been more beneficial on his Anti-Material Charge, except it's triggered by enemy kills. Striker AC has super low cooldowns on his Anti-Material Charge if something is destroyed with it. The same perk could be applied to Ragnarok, except combat focused. Seismic Impact, while visually being awesome, leaves a lot to be desired. It does have its uses, as it will either one-hit kill or stagger the basic husk. Huskies and Blasters will be staggered with it, but almost never a one-hit kill in the higher level zones. And to top it off, Seismic Impact also does not set off propanes, which is a huge plus and something I personally was concerned about when I heard about this ability. His abilities are really just underwhelming at best, even with a Shuriken Master in support and decent tech rating to boot. I think that Ragnarok is a fun playstyle, but very limited in scope due to no abilities to really complement what he's meant for. If the character receives a buff, he could be a fantastic hero to play, but until that time, I don't think I'll be using him rather often. I normally don't do this with hero reviews and other things I do on the channel, but I want to offer some things I would change to make Ragnarok a bit better than what he is now. So first up, remove Shock Tower and replace it with Phase Shift. A hero entirely focused on an up-close and personal combat style has no movement abilities, which leaves him extremely vulnerable the second a blaster locks onto you. This leads into my second change. Outlanders need a Charge Fragment ability, whether it's Teddy or Shock Tower, or even both in some cases. Remove the Shock Tower and make Seismic Impact buffed by Charge Fragments. This would give it reduced cooldowns, increased damage, and things of that nature. Anti-Material Charge is fine with its current perk setup, aside from having a perk similar to Striker AC, but Seismic Impact needs to be buffed in some form as well. I think the distance is fine once he's upgraded. 2 tiles is definitely reasonable, but the width of the attack requires precise positioning to get the full effect. I would rather the impact go out in a progressively larger cone as it travels, instead of forcing players to smash and it travels in a straight line, or even just widen the attack by an additional tile. In the end, Ragnarok is a visually awesome hero, one of the best we've had in Save the World, but as far as viability goes, he's definitely not on the top of the list. With some minor changes, he could be absolutely awesome and a real chance for more melee-focused characters to shine, but only time will tell if Epic is actually going to listen to feedback on this particular hero. But these are just my thoughts and what I would do to fix it. Let me know what you think of Ragnarok down in the comment section below. Do you like him? Do you not? What would you do to fix him if you're not a fan? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, a like is always appreciated. And if you guys happen to be new to Split Screen, be sure to subscribe for everything Fortnite and more. Once again, my name is Morgan. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.